What is up with the YouTube? It is Mega51 here, bringing you back another Pokemon Unite video. Today we're going to do kind of a beginner's guide, in-depth guide on Glaceon. Specifically, we're doing the Icicle Spear Ice Shard build today. We're going to go over the move set, Glaceon's passive, its Unite move. Going to dive deep into the character, as well as see the held items and the emblem build for this guy. So let's go over to the practice arena and take a look at that moveset. Alright, so we start the game off as EV of between Swift and Tail Whip. We're going to go with Swift. That's going to be your most damaging move, help you out the lane in most. And where you want to play Glaceon is, it kind of thrives well at any location. Central area, it does really well because it gets its Unite move at level 8. So if you do 2 central area clears, you're able to get your Unite move around 7 minutes 30 seconds when that first Reggie spawns, either the top Regieleki or one of the bottom 3 Reggies. So the central area is really strong for Glaceon. It is one of those characters that I would recommend to go in there. It's got a very good gank, especially when it gets to level 6, it can gank lane pretty well. It also does pretty well in lane 2. You only have to get to level 4 to evolve into Glaceon, so you can get that through, hopefully if you secure some mid farm, secure some birds at 850, you're able to get Glaceon pretty easily. But let's take a look. You have 2 regular autos, and your third auto is a boosted auto. When you use Swift, you send these little stars, and your boosted auto, you send 2 of them. So 4 surround you, and on your boosted auto, you send out 2 at a time. Now, there's a little trick to this, a little nuance, because with Tail Whip, you get a boosted attack, so your next one is going to be a boosted auto. So with that, we can kind of chain a small combo here, where if you already have a boosted auto stacked up, press Swift, you can send 2 stars, Tail Whip, send 2 more stars. So let's try that combo again. You want to get that boosted auto set up, send 2 stars, Tail Whip, send 2 stars. Now, Swift is dependent on your A or B press, and A press will attack the enemy, B press will attack a wild Pokemon, but you can kind of sure hit aim your Tail Whip at a specific enemy or specific opponent, but you want to get that boosted auto stacked up. Swift wants to send 2 stars, Tail Whip, and then send another. That's kind of your lane. That's your little neat trick you have with Eevee. Let's go ahead and level up because we really turn on when we turn Glaceon. So at level 4 we get Icicle Spear, Icy Wind. We're going to go over Spear in this build. And you see Spear run a lot. You see both honestly run a lot. But Icicle Spear is the easier to play. Glaceon's not a very high skill cap character, but there is a lot of movement based, understanding how to maneuver the character that sets people apart from the rest, from a novice Glaceon to a let's say pro Sylveon or a better one. So every time you use a boosted auto, you get these crystals that show up around you, and you can stack up to 8 of them. You can see under Icicle Spear there that I have 6, and then now I have 8. So when you use a boosted attack, you always get 2 spears. And with Icicle Spear, you can launch all 8 of those at your opponent. Now what's nice with Icicle Spear is you can actually move around as you are casting this move. So you can use that Tail Whip to get a boost out to get 2 more crystals faster. You can move while you're using Icicle Spear. Now some probably already know that. That's a very, simple mechanic that one might notice. But that comes huge with Glaceon's play. You want to kite in and out of the battle, of the big team fights. So you want to sure hit your Icicle Spear onto someone, and you want to kind of walk away or walk forward depending on how your team is moving. You want to position yourself kind of in the back line of your team. You don't want to be front and center because, again, Glaceon is an attacker. Attackers are mostly frail. So you kind of want to back up because then they're forced to chase you or they can run away. And it doesn't matter how far they go or how far away you go. These Icicle Spears will hit. They will follow you across the map. There is no limit. So you can go far away, they can run away from you, but either way, they will get hit. So it's nice to kind of play at a medium range to make sure you get that lock on Icicle Spear, and then back up. You want to back away. And when we talk about battle items, I think eject button's really good, because you can hit that Icicle Spear and eject button backwards for kind of a swift dash. Now I'm running Shedinja Doll because there's an interesting mechanic with Icicle Spear and Shedinja Doll. When your spears are going, you can Shedinja Doll, and they'll still go. It's a really weird interaction, but I think eject button's better on Glaceon, but Shedinja Doll has a pretty funny interaction, so I wanted to show that off. So, Icicle Spear, you can stack up to 8 at a time. If you sure hit, it'll launch all those 8. And then if you don't have any crystals stacked up, if you Icicle Spear, you'll just get 2 free ones and they'll send it out. So make sure you have at least 8 stacked, or the max stack is always the best. So that way when you're sure hitting, because you can't do anything else while you're in this Icicle Spear animation, you're getting the most damage that you can. You're maximizing your damage output by having 8 crystals stacked. So let's go ahead, level up again. We have Ice Shard or Freeze Dry. I like Ice Shard with this build. What Ice Shard does is it increases Glaceon's movement speed for 50% for 5 seconds. So you get a little burst of speed. And your attack speed, so how fast you attack, how fast your autos go out, is up by 50% for 2.5 seconds. So what Ice Shard does, it's almost like your guaranteed boosted autos, but they're pretty strong. Every time you hit Ice Shard, you do get 2 crystals. This is either if you run Icy Wind or Icicle Spear. Either way, if you run Ice Shard, every time you hit a basic attack, you will get 2 crystals. So you want to hit it 4 times. You can hit it even more. And then you want to Icicle Spear. Now, there's a really interesting interaction to get 2 extra ice crystals. So if you're using Icicle Spear, notice how the counter goes from 8 to 0. And you still have Ice Shard up on your cooldown. What you want to do is, when you Icicle Spear, if you click Ice Shard while that animation is playing out, you will get 2 extra crystals. So you can launch up to 10 with this Icicle Spear Ice Shard combo, which is very good for maximizing your damage as Glaceon. So you can send out 8, we can press Ice Shard and get 2 more. That also gives us our little movement speed buff too. And it's able to slow enemies with Ice Shard. You're able, if you hit them, you reduce their movement speed for 2 seconds, and it gives you 2 ice crystals. So let me go into our practice options here, put those cooldowns up. And when you connect with Icicle Spear, it also reduces your cooldown of Ice Shard by 2 seconds. You see there. So we're putting Icicle Spear, Ice Shard, Ice Shard, Ice Shard, Icicle Spear, 2-second cooldown now, and you can click Ice Shard again to get 2 extra Spear Crystals going at your opponent. That's very good if you want to maximize your damage again. You don't get that until level 6, so I think, honestly, the toughest part of Glaceon is between levels 4 and 6 when you don't have Ice Shard and Icicle Spear together. It's a very good combo. You can maximize your damage pretty well. So there's that combo there of launching 10 at a time. At level 8, we get access to our Unite move, Glacial Stage. When you send it out, it does damage. It also reduces enemy movement speed by 30% for a short time. And every second that Glaceon is standing in this area, they are getting 1 ice crystal added on surrounding them. So you can launch Icicle Spear. You can stack up your Icicle Spear. Use your Glacial Stage. Stand in it, and you're getting more Icicle Spears. And if you press Ice Shard, you also get that boost. So you can sit up to 12 crystals. When you're standing on the Unite move and you use your Icicle Spear, you shoot a maximum of 10. Now, this used to not have a cap, but you can shoot a maximum of 10 crystals when you're standing in there. However, if you are standing in there, you use Icicle Spear and you click Ice Shard, you can shoot up to a maximum of 12 crystals. If you have more surrounding you, after 12 hits, the move just ends and you can't do any more. You have to re-trigger the move again. That's just because it used to not do that. You can send as many crystals as you want. So they had a slight nerf to Glaceon. So it may say, wait, I still have crystals. Why'd my move stop? We can only shoot a maximum and connect 12 crystals at a time. At level 10, our Icicle Spear Plus does more damage. And then at level 12, our Ice Shard Plus gives us a little more movement speed, or basic attack speed, so our attacks are a little faster, so we can stack up those crystals even more. And the last thing we want to talk about is the passive. Glaceon's passive allows you to tank 1 hindrance, and you turn invisible for, I believe it's half a second. So if something were to stun you, like Cramorant's Surf, or his Hurricane, or any Thunderbolt from Pikachu, you're able to take that, and you won't be affected by the hindrance. You also turn invisible for half a second. Eevee has the same passive, except they don't turn invisible. They just tank the hindrance. And then it goes on cooldown for about 70 seconds. So that's about the nuance of Glaceon. It's a lot of kiting in and out, using your eject button, which I like more, and getting that Icicle Spear, weaving in and out of battle, making sure you connect with it and then kind of back away, and then your front line can take the damage, and whoever you targeted either has to come at you to stop it, or they have to run away, and an enemy can tank the hits for them. But I love Glaceon. I think it's a really fun character. It's a lot about kiting in and out, getting the Icicle Spear on your opponent, and then kind of backing up. It really helps if you're in your own flux zone, in your own area, where you can back up even faster, because when you're in your flux zone, you have your own you have movement speed up. So it's really helpful when you're guarding tower or in your lane. It helps you in that scenario. But yeah, so it's a lot about kiting in and out, connecting that Icicle Spear, make sure you have those 8 stacks of your crystals, and then going in and out of battle, make sure you connect, and then using that tech where when you hit Icicle Spear, click Ice Shard, because you get 2 extra crystals. Don't click it too soon, because then you won't get the extra 2, you might only get 1. But when you're around 5 or 4 crystals left in your shard going, and the shard's attacking them, make sure you click Ice Shard and you get 2 more, so you maximize your damage. So let's go take a look at the items and the emblems for Glaceon. Alright, so when it comes to held items, I think there's 2 that kind of should always remain on Glaceon that are really good is Slick Spoon and Wise Glasses. Slick Spoon is good on any special attacker. It just does more damage. Your special attacks do more damage, and you ignore 20% of the opponent's special defense. Wise Glasses just increases your special attack by 7%, and you get a 39 stat buff to your special attack, just raw 39 special attack. I think these 2 are pretty much must-haves no matter what build you run. You could take off Wise Glasses if you want to tweak it if you're using the other build, but I think Slick Spoon should always stay on this, and Wise Glasses is nice. The third item, honestly, it can depending if you're going in lane or if you're going in central area. Energy Amplifier is very good. Glaceon's Unite move has a very low cooldown, so you're getting that cooldown even lower with Energy Amplifier, and you're able to Unite move and use Glacial Sage much more often. This is very good. This item is very good if you're going in the central area, because you'll get level 8 by 730, and if you keep farming, keep getting wild Pokemon, you'll be able to get your Unite move for almost every team fight. If you don't want Energy Amplifier, let's say you're running lane, let's see, if you're running lane, special attack specs with stacking would go crazy if you're able to get those stacks, and it's a little hard because Glaceon doesn't have a crazy movement dash option like Lucario that can stack really well because they have that quick attack dash. It's a little bit of a struggle to stack special attack specs with Glaceon, but you could get lucky depending on what lane you go up against. So special attack specs is really good if you're able to get your stacks in. Focus Band is, again, it's good for nearly every Pokemon. Just get a little shield, get a little more defense, a little more bulk. That's good. And also, Rapid Fire Scarf, it's okay, but honestly, once you get to level 12 and you have that, again, a boost of your attack speed even further with Ice Shard Plus, because attack speed is really awkward in this game. It's a really weird stat because it's based on the animation of the Pokemon. Rapid Fire Scarf can be helpful between those levels of 6 when you get Ice Shard and 12 when you get Ice Shard Plus. But if you're going central area, Ice Shard Plus, you should get that no problem, and you'll be able to maximize your attack speed without the Rapid Fire Scarf. So I think even if you're running lane, Energy Amplifier is pretty good because, again, you get the Unite move at 8. It has a low cooldown, so you hopefully should be spamming that Unite move almost every time you get it for a team fight. So that's my recommended build. That's what we'll be running today. Let's go take a look at the Emblem set. This is going to be our Emblem build for Glaceon. It's a pretty standard special attacking build. The 7 black provide more cooldown reduction. The 6 green provides more special attack. This Emblem build can be used on nearly any special attacker, Venusaur, Pikachu, Delphox. This Emblem build is really good for them. Here is the current effect raw stat buffs that we have. The minus 1.3% crit rate, it is fine. We aren't aiming to do critical hits. Our Ice Shard can critically hit. It is considered a basic attack. It can critically hit with Glaceon's crit rate. At level 5, it gets a 5% crit rate. At level 10, or I'm sorry, at level 12, it gets a 10% crit rate. However, we want to use Ice Shard to stack up those crystals so we have more crystals going at our opponents when we use Icicle Spear. So that minus 1.3% crit rate is okay. I'm sure there might be a build or an emblem build that optimizes so there's less negative crit rate, but we're going to rock with this. I think it does pretty well. Again, that 7 black 6 green is really what you're looking for. So let's go ahead, kick it over to a game, and we'll see this Glaceon in action. Alright, rolling into this game here, we are in top lane, not in the middle, which is okay. Energy Amp will still prove useful with our current loadout, so we'll be fine. Alright, just Clear and farm, top lane. Yeah, EXP share, Umbreon, which is nice. Should get my moves pretty quick. Kind of hard to out-secure that. Got that. I know this Buzzwole's trying to stack, but it's only got one in. That's okay. So we got our Icicle Spear. That's good. There's that fully stacked Fell Stinger. Does a lot. Center went down bot again. It's fine. I think Buzzwole is still in that bush. No, he's not. He really went in there. Okay. So now we just keep farming. We got the Buzzwole. That's good. Cost him my eject button, but I believe our got that. That's good. Clearing up almost 6, which is where we really come online. Because we don't have to do a few boost autos to get our stack thing in there going. Brianna's really putting up the defense here, which is nice. Try to head mid. Help him out. I think just the Charmeleon showed up there. Nice. Got access to our Ice Shard. Buzzwole's trying to stack again. Oh, that did a lot of damage. That muscle gauge was full. So he's able to stack that up. That's fine. I'll head back top. I'll put our Umbreon. Be there for top birds and then head bottom. We'll rotate bottom. There's that passive coming in again. Slowbro took a lot of that damage for his partner there. One interesting thing that I failed to mention about Icicle Spear is that it cannot go through enemy teammates. So if Slowbro stands in front of it, he just blocks it and it won't hit the target of Buzzwole. But it can pass through wild Pokemon. So you can kind of position yourself in such a way where you lock onto the enemy. And then you can kite your move around so you're able to still hit wild Pokemon. So you're almost kind of hitting 2 birds with 1 spear. Which is really nice to know that tech there. Our green is 10. That's good. They're almost 11 to get that upgrade on their move. They do not have their Unite, which is okay. Trying to target the Buzzwole there, but letting this go in honestly would be nice to prevent Buzzwole from still stacking, but we got it, we got it. So at least we got bottom objective. Bottom objective is much better. The universal experience and that little buff we get from the bottom Reggie's nice. We got him a Champ Unite, a Mewtwo Unite coming in. We just kind of back up here, I think. Yeah, we just back up. We just back up. Our Greninja's not here to help. Enemy Mewtwo is here too. Almost got the Buzzwole. That was not a very big overcap, which is fine. I'm most likely gone here. Have to eject out. Wish our Greninja would come top to help. Alright, nice. Mewtwo's good. A little bit unnecessary on that Blastoise Unite, but we're good. Alright, go bottom. Now our Greninja goes top. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. There's 3 top. I can just rip this. I don't have secure, but no one else is down here. I have to rely on Umbreon to zone. Okay, they're capping, so we're gonna get this. We should get this. Nice. Okay, Buzzwole almost came in there and scooped that up. I'm gonna Unite move here, stand on the Glacial stage, kind of kite around, get that movement speed buff. Ooh, was unable to take out that Buzzwole. That's tough. I don't know where Umbreon went off to. I think they might have ran after the rest came down. Greninja's going in. I'm gonna try to help him out here. I don't know if the Mewtwo is still gonna push him. He is. We got the Mewtwo, that's good. I'm so sorry, Machamp. The confused Ray. And it was so unfortunate too because I ice sharded, and so I was doing even more damage with the basic attack to Machamp. We're gonna head top, get some farm on the way up there. So we have a chance to Unite move again, but it have to be like right now. We don't need to push this in. We have a level 14 Greninja. That's a lot of catch-up experience for the enemy team. I mean, I guess I'll help him take out the Mewtwo, right? It's really only Charizard up here. Sableye's here too. Alright, everyone's up here. We should retreat. There's no need to push this in. It might, though. The Buzzwole's coming back. Should be a problem. Big caps, big caps. Mewtwo Unite. Oh, I thought Umbreon would come back. His moves might have not been up yet. We'll come back for a Ray fight, though. That was not, I mean, we broke the goal, but we gave them a lot of experience to catch up with. Especially the KO on Greninja. Which is okay. I mean, be there for the team. If not everyone was there, it might have played out a lot differently. So, probably wouldn't have broke the goal. We just gotta be careful here. We heard a lot of defenders lead. I don't think Mewtwo has Unite move. Need to kind of exhaust that. Champ is hurt. Charizard's gone. I'm going to Unite move in here. Build up my crystals this way. Sableye's near. Saw him down here for a fraction of a second, but we just rip it now. The Mewtwo's still up. But Blastoise isn't stopping. He's capping. Oh, we got it. We got it. Nice. I'm going to try to go mid. There's the Char. Let's take him out. So I think he still has Unite. Just going to eject in. Let me get the cap. Nice. Okay. Close. Nice. There's that using Ice Shard. That's supposed to be your combo there to help get more crystals and more damage. We almost have our Unite move up again. Feels like we just used it. But we honestly should just go back and defend, but I think we're kind of hanging out, having fun over here. Stat padding, so to say. But good stuff, good stuff. There's 2 dead. Slowbro's there. Don't think anyone's trying to push at all. So I think we got it. Yeah. So it's really just kiting. Again, I don't know if you saw, but in some cases where the 1v1 happened, especially against Buzzwole, Glaceon can hold itself, but sometimes it just gets run over a few times. So, well, yeah. So that's Glaceon. Again, a lot of it is kiting in and out, building up that icicle spear crystals with your Ice Shard. Once you get that at level 6, it becomes much easier. And being able to kind of pin someone in the back line or someone in the front line who's low, and being able to have the crystals follow, weave it, kite yourself so that you're in the position where wild Pokemon are in the middle. So not only are you securing farm in the middle, but the crystals are still going to go hit their target. So it's a lot of just maneuvering. The eject button helps. The movement speed from the Ice Shard, movement speed from Unite allows you to position yourself really well. And it's being able to understand and take advantage of that, that you're able to really capitalize on Glaceon. 96k damage, that's a lot. Almost broke 100k, which is crazy. But so yeah, that's the Glaceon Icicle Spear Ice Shard combo. I do like the other build too. I might do a video on that as well. But thanks everyone for tuning in. If you like it, please comment. If there's any corrections I need to make, anything I misspoke about, please let me know in the comments. I want to get my information correct and make sure presenting it to you the best I can, and educate me on the game as well. But you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.